This is good news. Look who's back in the building.
Here
Dr. Drew Pinsky, our original co-host of this show.
Such a privilege to be here, guys. Good to see you guys.
Great to see you. And
Happy New Year.
It is.
Happy New Year.
We're going to talk about your new Fox show a little bit later on in the show.
I promised I would come back when I could talk about it, so here I am.
We'll talk about that later, but we want to talk about this first. Damar Hamlin.
Yes.
A lot of people watching that game on Monday night, including me, thought he may not make it from this. Yeah. And now he's up and communicating. Right. What's going on medically?
Well, so his heart stopped, and so he had no blood going to the brain for a period of time. That's called an anoxic or hypoxic injury. And recovery from that, if you're a young person, you have pretty good odds. If you're an older person, not so good. And the fact that he got attention immediately increases the idea that the probability that he'll do well. And the fact that 3 and 4 days out, he's beginning to have symmetrical neurological activity, very positive sign. The probability he could recover completely.
One of the doctors there saying today, not only are the lights on, but he's home, meaning that the fact that he asked, did we win?
Oh, it's crazy. And to me, I mean, just the beauty of youth, really. I mean, the fact this guy went through this really life-threatening event and is awake 3 days later. The breathing machine is a little confusing because it's no longer on a neurological basis. It must be on a pulmonary basis. Did he get a shock lung? Did he have a pulmonary embolus? We don't know anything about what underlying was going on here. So hopefully one day the doctors will give us the info, because a lot of people have questions about really what happened here.
Well, and you know, football players are often referred to as heroes. There's a guy named Danny Kellington, who is the Bills' assistant athletic director. He's the one giving that CPR. Talk about how that literally not only saved his life, but saved his ability to live.
Correct. So they were able to keep blood circulating with the CPR. Then they were able to restart his heart, so to speak, with the electricity. They had a device there handy within a very short period of time. And that makes all the difference in the world. People, this is one of the things that can come out of this. People should be arguing about nothing except learning from this and realizing that more people that know how to do CPR, the more lives that can be saved. So go learn CPR. That's a great lesson from this whole experience.
Now, do we think that he's just going to be 100% fine?
Because we don't know what the underlying thing is yet, I don't know what happened to him. There's lots of speculation. It's all over the place. Right. It could be anything. People ran to commotio cordis, which is from a hit to the sternum, where you interrupt the normal electrical cycling of the heart and cause ventricular fibrillation. That really happens in young people with thin chest walls. It's baseball, hockey pucks, elbows, rarely football. Yeah. So it's a rare thing, but it could be. It could be. We just don't know yet.
Even rare in those sports, too, though. Very rare.
Very rare, though I've seen it. I've seen it. And the other thing, they go flaccid right away in my experience. So the fact that he got up, again, the doctors one day will tell us, please don't speculate until we get some more data.
All right. Meanwhile, we launched this show, of course, talking about coronavirus every night.
Did we? Is that what happened?
Since that, Marla is really the expert on this topic, and we've got some questions on that front.
Oh.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, usually on Thursdays, LA County Public Health Director Barbara Ferrer.
Thank you for going to those and holding that group accountable. Thank you.
Well, today there wasn't a briefing because last week she said, hey, if there are no major changes to COVID metrics, we don't need to hold a briefing, which is good news.
It's good news.
So we didn't have a briefing today. But the big concern that health officials are watching, this is not just here locally, but across the country right now, is the new COVID subvariant XBB.
Correct.
This is, quote, it increases immune evasion. Does that mean it's more contagious?
No, it is also more contagious, though. It is highly contagious, more than anything we've seen so far, but it seems to be mild. The scary part is, of course, we try not to really... Coronavirus has surprised us on every turn, so don't get too confident that just because it's mild so far it couldn't shift and become more virulent or more difficult. The big problem is, if that were to happen, is that it is immune evasive. It gets past natural immunity, it gets past vaccine immunity, and we don't have monoclonal antibodies that can fight it yet. Hopefully we will. And of course, we still have Paxlovid and molnupiravir and antiviral medications that do work.
So this is expected to become the dominant subvariant locally and across the country.
Very quickly.
But it is, to your point, producing less severe illness. So we might see those cases rise, but that doesn't mean anything for hospitalizations.
Correct. Or serious illness or death.
Okay. All right. So moving forward.
I feel very good about it. I feel very confident about it. Yes. I just hope, again, coronavirus has surprised us around every turn. Hopefully I'm right.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is some good news there. More good news is that You're coming back
Yes,
later in the show.
that is
I don't know
good
if
news.
people saw this last night on Fox. There's this new show, Special Forces, which, by the way, was the #1 new show of the season. Congrats on the
thank
nice
you.
Yeah,
ratings.
congratulations.
We've got some video of Dr. Drew. He was out there looking hot and
It
cold.
was 120
Well,
degrees out there.
this is known as the world's toughest test.
It was. I assure you. That group you're seeing there, we are also bonded up.
Yeah.
And stuff happens to me. And we were embargoed. I wasn't allowed to talk about it. I mentioned this show last time I was on this program.
Yeah.
And Marley, you were asking me all those good journalistic questions. And I couldn't answer
say
any of them.
anything.
But now I can answer all questions because it all went down last night. You can still see it on Hulu.
right.
But there it was.
And so Dr. Drew will be back later in the show to take us behind the scenes of that.
100%.
And it was amazing to see all these professional athletes and Dr. Drew.
Weird, right? It was so weird.
Quite, quite a strange combo of people, but probably really interesting.
You know, it's funny. I was out to dinner with a lot of them a couple nights ago, and my wife was there, and she goes, "You wouldn't know any of these people had you not been in the desert with them." And now we're all the closest of friends.
You
so.
and Dwight
And
Howard.
the George
Me and Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard, who's now on record saying he wants to get tattoos of all of us on his chest because we're his new family.
Well, if that happens, you got to get him in here.
And
I'll
he's-
do it.
And he's
Yeah.
only got like 500 tattoos. So
Where are you going to
that
find
means
us?
a little more for other people. All right, Dr. Drew, we'll see you a little later on the show, but we